Hi guys, another update on Savannah Spurlock. As we know, her body has been found and she has also been laid to rest. Her body was found unclothed. She was naked. And her body was in lots of black plastic bags. Lots of plastic bags. Black. Her feet were tied. Her body was in an unnatural position, meaning her head and feet were in the same position. She was folded in half. And her body had a rug at her back, and it was an accent rug in grayish color, rectangle in shape. Now the police had searched some places months before and didn't find nothing, meaning they searched the property and they searched his old residence where he was living and other places, but didn't find nothing. They apparently searched his room but didn't search it good enough. And there's a number of other things that they didn't do. So, this, David Sparks is in the Lincoln County Jail, and that's where he's being held. But his case is being handled in the Garrett County Courthouse. And that's where he appeared in the photos before a judge. The judge would not allow TV news cameras in the courtroom, but there were video, and now there's photos of him appearing in court in front of the judge. David Sparks is only 23 years old. But I think he looks a little older than 23 years old. And he has been in trouble before, but not so big of trouble he is in now. He had a drunk driving offense, and he had possession of weed. And now he has tampering with a corpse, hiding a body, abuse to a corpse, yeah. Now he's in serious trouble. Now, a family member had called the police, and we know it was David Sparks' father. But before he called the police, he called his attorney. Now, he really thought he needed an attorney? Well, the attorney said to call the police. That there is a foul smell. I mean, not a little smell. It was really noticeable. And when the cops came, they didn't even need a canine dog to sniff it out. They could smell it, and the smell led them to the shallow grave and the body of Savannah. And we don't know why that they didn't find her the first time around, or there wasn't a smell. Now, there's an old church where his father used to attend, and they have a big deep freeze inside that church. Could he have, and this is my opinion, he folded her body in half because that is the way they found her, and she had been like that for a long time. From the beginning, probably. She could have been folded in half and put in a suitcase. Now, we don't know if there is a suitcase missing, or is there one big enough to put her in. She also could have been put in a freezer, because there seemed to have been no smell up until now. So, was this body moved? Well, really, I think it was moved. It had to have been moved at some point from A to B. He kept this corpse, Savannah, but it was a corpse because he killed her. That's alleged. That's my opinion. And it will be proven in the court of law, because they are innocent until proven guilty. Crime watchers out there. So this is all alleged at this time, but this is the case is going before the courts and is public. So she was found in a 19-inch hole. Her grave. Now, she was not inside anything at this time, only in lots of black plastic bags. But I feel she must have been in something, and he took her out of it and put her in a shallow grave on his father's land. How about that? What a disgrace. What a disgrace. Because he had moved back in with his father, he thought he should keep her close to him. Maybe he thought the coast was clear. Yeah, because what a nerve of him to bring her body to his father's property and bury her. I mean, didn't he notice the smell that was wafting around in the air? What did he think his father was going to do? His father was probably already suspicious of his son. He doesn't seem like he's a very good boy. Probably caused his parents a lot of problems. Like some do. Perhaps he can't hold a job. He's not very good at holding down a job. He moved out of the property he was renting, maybe because he couldn't afford it. He lost his job. But he had money to go to the bar. And maybe he's not a very nice guy. Do you know what I mean? Without saying anything. He probably just ain't got caught, or nobody has reported him for any sexual nature and what kind of guy he is with women. Because, you know, she left with 3 men that she didn't know. And they took her 40 miles out of her way. And within a few hours, she was dead. Now, I don't know what these 3 guys' intentions were. Because you know how some men think they are entitled. When you say no, they say, oh yeah. And I don't know exactly, you know, how she was killed at the time or what happened. All Sparks says was in the early hours of the morning, she woke him up and asked for the address because he assumed that, and she wanted to get picked up, but she didn't know where she was. And then he said, he told her, and when he woke up at midday, 12-ish o'clock that morning, he woke up and she was gone. And that's his story. And that's his story that he told the police in the first place, the first interviews. And so guys, where did he hide the body? In my opinion, he moved the body from A to B. I mean, if you couldn't smell the smell before, and of course she's been missing for 6 months, nearly 6 months, the body would have smelled bad. And, you know, a couple of months ago, it would have smelled bad a couple of months ago. But the father had only just smelled a real bad smell. Now, this is just my opinion. I'm just putting it out there. If you freeze a body and then it thaws out, it does start to smell, right? But, you know, the autopsy or stuff like that, they would have known this body was in a deep freeze, in a freezer somewhere, and thawed out. They're going to know that. So that's just an option that happened because he kept that body somewhere, and it wasn't always on his father's property. That's my opinion. And, you know, there's animals out there. You know, wouldn't they be digging in the bag and digging up the dirt? Because, you know, animals can smell a smell from a long way. But they never said if the body had been, it was in bad shape. But they didn't say it had been eaten by animals or anything like that. I know it's a bit graphic, but you know, that's the way they found her body. I mean, disgusting what he did to her. And who knows what he had done to her. I mean, she was naked. And why would she be naked? He never told the investigators that they had sexual encounters or anything like that. So why is her clothes off? And also in the grave were belongings, or they found belongings, which belonged to Savannah. So guys, let's have a discussion. I'm watching this case. I'm going to follow it. So follow it with me and like and sub to my channel and press the bell to be notified on upcoming videos. And let's have a discussion on your thoughts, how he may have hid the body for a while. And let's have a discussion, and I'll see you in the comments. And thank you for stopping by.